Hey everyone, welcome back to Evil Thrive, where we help you unlock your potential and thrive in all areas of life. Today we're tackling a skill that can change your life, saying no without guilt. Listen, we've all been there. That feeling of being pulled in a million directions, wanting to please everyone, but ending up feeling totally drained and resentful. You are a beautiful, giving soul, and saying yes is often your default. But beautiful, let me tell you, saying yes to everything is a one-way ticket to Burnout City. So if you're ready to reclaim your time, energy, and sanity without turning into a guilt-ridden ball of anxiety, buckle up because I'm about to share my 5 super effective, easy-to-implement tips for saying no with grace, confidence, and without that awful guilt. Let's dive in. Okay, so first things first, acknowledge the request. This might seem obvious, but in our rush to blurt out a yes or come up with an elaborate escape plan, we often skip this crucial step. When someone asks you for something, start by acknowledging their request and expressing your appreciation. Even if you know you're going to say no, taking a moment to say, "Hey, thank you so much for thinking of me," or "I really appreciate you asking," goes a long way. It shows that you respect the other person and their time, and it sets a positive tone for the conversation, even if what you're about to say isn't what they were hoping for. Remember, saying no doesn't have to be this big, dramatic thing. It's simply about setting healthy boundaries. And acknowledging the request is the first step in that process. Alright, step number 2. Be clear and direct. Once you've acknowledged the request, it's time to cut to the chase and state your no clearly and directly. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Marie, what if they think I'm being rude? Or what if they get upset? Listen up, beautiful, because this is important. You are not responsible for other people's reactions. You have the right to say no without justifying yourself. So ditch the long-winded explanations and the maybe-laters. Instead, try something like, "I appreciate you asking, but I'm not able to take that on right now." Short, sweet, and to the point. Now, here's where things get a little flexible. If you genuinely want to help but can't commit to the original request, offering an alternative can be a great way to go. The key word here is, don't feel obligated to offer an alternative if you really don't have the bandwidth. Remember, setting boundaries is about honoring your own needs and priorities. But if you do have some wiggle room and want to be helpful, think about ways you can contribute without overextending yourself. For example, you could say, "I'm unable to help with that, but maybe name would be a good resource." Or, "I can't commit to that right now, but I could potentially help out next month." Offering alternatives shows that you care and are willing to support them in a way that works for you. This next tip might sound a little silly, but trust me on this one. Practice saying no. I know it might seem strange to rehearse saying a single word, but just like any other skill, practice makes perfect. The more you practice saying no, the more natural and comfortable it will become. Grab a friend, your pet hamster, or even just yourself in the mirror and role-play different scenarios where you might need to decline a request. Practice saying no in a firm, confident tone. The more you do it, the easier it will become to set those boundaries in real-life situations. This final tip is all about getting clear on your values and priorities. When you're crystal clear on what matters most to you, saying no to anything that doesn't align with those priorities becomes a whole lot easier. So take some time to reflect on your values and what truly matters to you. What are your non-negotiables? What are your goals and aspirations? Once you have a good understanding of your priorities, you can start making decisions that are in alignment with them. The next time someone asks you for something, take a moment to ask yourself, does this request align with my values and priorities? If it doesn't, it's perfectly okay to politely decline. Now it's your turn. Start small. Say no to one thing this week and notice how it feels. Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're thriving. Remember, you are worthy of setting boundaries. You deserve to protect your time and energy. And you absolutely can live a more fulfilling life by saying yes to yourself and your priorities. Don't forget to subscribe to Evil Thrive for more tips on lifestyle and personal development. Let's grow together.